What's up, guys? It's Brian and Liam from Cross Coast Gaming, and this is a quick guide on the last phase of the last boss of Vaulted Glass, the most recent and only raid in Destiny as of now.
Just a quick 7-minute guide.
Quick 7-minute guide. Well, there's nothing cut out of the video, so it's hopefully super helpful because we're not skipping any parts of the fight. You can see here we have two different camera angles, one for the away team marked in the top right and one for the home team marked in the top left. That's because your raid gets split in half, and the furthest three members of the team will get teleported to a different zone during some points in the fight.
Yeah, Brian is the camera angle from the home team, and this is actually the first time I'm seeing what it's going to be like for you, because I'm always the dude who gets teleported with these other two.
Right. And once you get inside there, there's a shield on the ground. You don't automatically spawn with it. Someone needs to pick it up as fast as they can, and you can just holding X before you get in there, I imagine. Yeah,
there's two places you can get spawned to. If you did the last boss fight, you know that there's Mars and Venus. And for this, it's just random. They'll give you one of the two. And Venus is the one you most likely don't want. Mars is a lot easier to clear. You're the shield guy. And what the two guys are doing that are with me is they're killing these oracles, the yellow lights that spawn. And I'm just cleansing them with a shield.
Right, and the oracle should seem familiar from previous bosses in the raid as well. Pretty much if you leave any of them alive before you exit the portal, then you're in big trouble and the raid will wipe. So you gotta make sure you clear all of them before you leave the portal.
Yeah, and the way we did it was we always ran to the back once we came out. You got about 7 seconds here of DPS on the boss where he's like super vulnerable and you're doing like 4 times normal damage. But after that, you get ported back to another place and you gotta begin the whole rigmarole again.
So this whole raid is really just about maximizing that like 20 to 30 seconds where your entire raid is outside and damaging the boss, because otherwise the people inside are damaging the harpies that spawn, and the people in the portal are obviously not able to hurt the boss. So you can see here, you couldn't hear, but we were notified by the people that got teleported out that they were in Venus. So I went over to the Venus teleporter, and I'm now activating the portal so they can come back through. You need to do that every time they teleport.
Yeah, and you don't actually have to stand on it. You just have to get there once to activate it, and then make sure no other mobs walk in.
So what's going on the inside is, while they're busy in the portal, we have to kill these kind of advanced harpies that do this melee explosion tactic. So if they get close enough to you, they'll blow up, and it's a one-shot kill. So you gotta be really careful, watch your radar, make sure they don't sneak up on you. A really good way to kill them, as you might have seen in the corner of the screen a couple seconds ago, is just let them get close enough that they're gonna explode, and you have a couple seconds to kind of double jump out of the way and get out of their range. So they pretty much kill themselves without wasting ammo.
Yeah, and here I am trying not to miss with that special on the shield. You got, when you come out for this like 7 seconds of super DPS, your supercharge is like immediately recharges.
Right, and so this is Mars, the other place that you can be teleported to.
Yeah, and the thing with Mars is they've got those 3 snipers, what are they, hobgoblins or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm level 28, so I'm kind of robust. When we were doing this earlier the other night, I was level 27, and those guys could easily one-shot me. So you probably want to have whoever is your highest level be the shield bearer.
Makes sense. And then it's absolutely critical, obviously, that you kill every single one of these oracles before going outside of the portal. Otherwise the entire raid will get a debuff and wipe.
Yeah, if you fail to kill one before they disappear, then it's a wipe.
And so that's pretty much the main part of the mechanics here. You're just waiting for the 3 furthest members to get teleported into either Venus or Mars. When you come out of the teleporter, everyone in the entire raid...
Everyone's damaging the boss.
Yeah, everyone will have a raid buff towards the boss as well.
And your supers recharge like instantaneously during this like 7 seconds or 8 seconds.
Yeah, so during this section, or during this period where you have the buff for increased damage, you also have immediate super recharge and immediate grenade recharge.
Yeah, and here's what I did. On most of these, like, you don't want to be like in sight long, so I would sneak up along the left or right side and just give him as little time as possible to shoot me. This dude's the biggest pain in the ass, that big dude. Yeah, and that's what it looks like when you aren't cleansing your dudes quick enough. Your screen gets all gooey.
Right.
And the way we divided labor was basically just shield guy takes care of all the mobs, and the other guys just focus on oracles because you got to burn them down quick.
Yep. So you can see inside here, I'm capturing the portal, so just open it for them. They should be coming out any second now. And my gun turned blue, which, as you can see in the bottom left-hand side of the screen, is the damage buff. So you really, the only time you're ever going to get damage here is after the people inside the portal have just about exited after they've killed the last Oracle, and before they teleport the next time. So you really just need to make that count, those 30 seconds.
Yeah, and you don't have to activate the portal, you don't have to stand on it, do you?
Well, you need to stand up to activate, and then you can leave the portal once it's activated.
Right.
Yeah.
And if any, like those guys, if they get in, it doesn't matter, but if, are there any mobs that can deactivate the portal if they get in it in the time that you activate it?
There aren't during this phase, but in the last phase there are Minotaurs that can deactivate the portal, yeah.
Alright, so how much was it, how many times did we have to do this? Was this run 5 or 6 times that we had to go through the portal and come back out before we...
I think it might have been 5 here. This might be the 5th time.
And right there you can see someone on Brian's team failed because they're the lesser team.
Yeah, so the home team, what's happening while the other team is in the portals is you're pretty much just taking out these harpies. When they're about to explode, just double jump in the air away. That we don't need to waste bullets on them.
Yeah, shout out to Sandy for his bull taming technique.
And that's it. After enough times, you'll get enough damage on the boss, and he'll eventually fall. And any other mobs will.
And you'll get some ascended energy.
Yeah.
Exciting. Totally worth fucking 3 hours.
You do get the achievement for completing the raid. You got raiding party right there for having everyone in the raid in the same clan. And you can see I get the same 2 achievements here. And you can see me nervously checking if I got any gear that I didn't see, which I didn't.
You made it through the whole raid without having to get any gear. You were very lucky.
I know. I had to
You made it
waste
through
no
twice,
spots.
actually, to reset.
Yeah. So you can't revive your teammates after they die at that last part. Not that it really matters.
Yeah, right now, I'm sure they're going to fix this, but right now it's glitched and you have to portal out of there manually.
Yeah. And then you get a sweet little shader for completing the raid.
Hey, you can look like a stormtrooper. It's pretty dope.
Exactly. Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time.